Working the ER for so long, I had the honor of, especially as an EMT, I had the honor of like sitting up front and checking people in all night long, right? Nonstop. I did that for 5 years straight. And, the one biggest thing I see is it's all about patient perspective, right? Like you quickly learn that, yes, I see it from this side. Like I see it from, I see the whole back, what's behind the curtain, but the patients don't see that. They don't see any of that. And even our regulars sometimes don't even pay attention to that. So they're sitting there and waiting in a chair, right? Even though they may have only been there for an hour, for them, time is, a perspective of when they're just sitting waiting for something to happen, it feels way longer.
Everything you hear today from myself and my guests is opinion only and doesn't represent any organizations or companies that any of us are affiliated with. The stories you hear have been modified to protect patient privacy, and any resemblance to real individuals is coincidental. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only and should not be taken as medical advice nor used to diagnose any medical or healthcare conditions.
I mean, I know there's a really fun little test where you can do where you have people, close their eyes and sit, and you tell them to stand. They're all standing up, and you tell them to sit down when they hit 3 minutes in their head. Count 3 minutes in your head, and when you think you've hit 3 minutes, sit down. And a lot of people are standing either way longer, or some of them sit down right away because it feels so like that time for it's such a time is so changed when you're in pain, your senses are off, and you're just waiting.
Right.
And so being able to have a good understanding of that perspective, even though it sucks when you hear them complain nonstop and you're just like, someone just died in the back. We just coded someone for so long and you've been waiting for 30 minutes and you're complaining already. Sometimes you have to look at their perspective of their 30 minutes might have felt like an hour and nothing's been done. And they've watched 3 other people go ahead of them, even though they don't know how much sicker those people are. They have no idea. They just saw people go ahead of them. They don't know any other information that.
You learn a lot more compassion when you're working up an intake and except for you, maybe.